Buenos días, gente hermosa. Translation, good morning, beautiful people. And we're gonna make some queso fresco. Translation, queso fresco. Sorry, fresh cheese. Little cold morning today. This girl's going, but we need to go get some wood though. We've gotten a lot of rain out here, and I have not done my job of putting up some of this wood so it doesn't get wet. So we're gonna have a smoky kitchen today, but it's okay. It's an outdoor kitchen, right? It's supposed to be like that. So queso fresco, what we want to do is we want to get the milk up to the temperature between 170 and 190, and then from there we want to add vinegar, and I'm going to use white vinegar because that's what we have. 2/3 cup of vinegar for every half gallon. I'll post the ingredients down in the description with a calculation of how we do it. So you don't want that milk to boil. What we're gonna do is, the guineas are always behind me, y'all, and I know, what has this got to do with cheese making? All I'm saying is I need to get some wood, and I've got the dogs around me, and I've got the guineas making sure that I belong in the property. They should know me by now. They've been here for close to 2.5 years, and they still can't figure who I am. So good morning, Cosmo. That's Cora, the puppy. We needed something around this size. So what we need is for that milk to not boil. Now again, we are not using raw milk. We're using pasteurized milk. Now if you can get raw milk, that'd be great. We don't have any at the moment because our cows are dry. So we went to one of the local stores here and got some that is pasteurized. Now the good thing about queso fresco, because you are bringing it close to that boiling point, if you were to get raw milk, that is technically pasteurizing it, or past the pasteurizing point, which means that queso fresco can be eaten within a couple hours. You don't have to age it, you don't have to cure it, you don't have to do any of that because you've already brought the milk up to close to the boiling point. Okay, now I don't use salt on the milk itself. What I do is wait, because I want to use all the whey that's left over once I get my curds out of there. The reason why I do that is because I like to make ricotta cheese. With a leftover whey from the ricotta cheese, we'll give that to the pigs. So we don't want to give the pigs a bunch of salt. This is going to be a process though. It's going to take anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour to get this milk going. Now I don't have a gauge on my stove. It's a wood stove. So the biggest thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that we stir it every now and then, because we don't want the milk at the bottom of the pot to burn. We have a thermometer, and I've got another one to double check it, make sure it's working properly. Like I said, we just stir in an 8 pattern, roughly, is the way I was taught. And you don't constantly have to be on here. I do it at the beginning just so that I can gauge my temperature coming off of that stove, because again, I don't have it. So when you're doing this at home, go with medium heat so that you don't go and burn it too fast. Again, the goal is for us to get this up to about 170 degrees. 180 is a good point for us to go ahead and introduce the vinegar, the lemon, or here, check this out. We got this as well. Now I'm using vinegar instead of this, but you can always use this because this is just citric acid. And again, replaces lemon juice. We need a measuring cup. We need a colander, something to scoop up your curds from the the pan, not the pond. I mean, that'd be pretty cool, right? But no. We need a thermometer. We need some water to dilute our vinegar or citric acid or lemon juice. And we need milk, whole milk preferably, because it's got more fat content. And then obviously this is not a cheesecloth, but similar to cheesecloth, my wife is going to get me one, and I'll be using that one. And then what I'm going to use this pan for is I'll put the colander, this one, I'll put it in there, I'll put my cheesecloth over it, and then I'm going to use the other one to scoop up the curds. Ideally, I would have left this milk out for about 2-3 hours. Room temperature will be better, because look, just getting this up to the 170, 180 degree temperature is going to take a while. Making queso fresco is a very simple process with simple ingredients. For the process, I'm using a stainless steel pot. I'm using this wooden spoon, which is the same spoon that I use for all the cheese making. This isn't a hurry up and do it type of job. This is you're going to be here for a couple hours, especially if you're using a wood stove like I am, and it's 40 degrees outside, and I didn't set the milk out. So again, this is how we do it at our homestead. It just wasn't fully prepared for the weather, but I got nothing else to do this morning, so I decided to go ahead and do this how-to, or better yet, how we do it here. So who taught me how to make cheese? Actually, research and YouTube, watching people do it, and then I tried it, but I kind of did. I always do things my way, guys, and that's why I'm saying this is how we do it here. So my best advice is to do your research, see what you're capable of doing, and go with it and try it. Now, I think that my grandma used to make it. I don't remember exactly when I was smaller, but I know that one of my aunts has made it, and she actually makes some pretty good queso asadero, which is almost like a mozzarella. And I'm gonna get her back out here one of these days, because I would like to make that queso asadero and learn how to make it from her, because this is like I said, this is a 2, 3, 4 hour job that you get to spend that quality time with somebody that has been around for a while, and just to talk and learn from them. I think it's important. I've said that before on some of my previous videos, that the way of life that I'm trying to live is not, yes, I can pick up a book, and yes, I can watch videos, but talking to the people that have been through growing their own foods, or making their own meats, their own deli cuts per se, making bread, making cheese, making butter. I think learning from them, directly from them, is important. So we here in East Texas are part of a group on Facebook, and there's a lot of people, guys. There's a lot of people. As a matter of fact, there's a couple of classes that are going on today. I don't know what classes they are. My wife is usually the one taking those classes, and she's picked up a lot of information from those classes. So you can always, yes, you can watch your videos, you can read books and everything else, but when you see it live in person, it's sometimes it could be life-changing for you, And I got a friend of mine, John, he's got a simple saying, just start, just do it, just start, go ahead, pick something up and start it. And you're not going to be successful the first time. You might be, but I'm gonna lean a little bit towards that sluck. It took me about 5 times to finally get a good curd, and there was a lot of wasted milk. It wasn't wasted, but for the purpose of experimentation, that's what it was, you know. And I'm glad I did it because I enjoy it. I really do. It's my time. It's me and the stove, and now that I've got this out here, you know, right now, here's my view, guys. That's my view, y'all. And now, granted, not everybody's gonna have this, and that's okay. I'm not here to show off or anything, but if I have this kitchen out here, I'm gonna use it because it's beautiful. Like I said, I chose this area. Sunset's right there, or on that side, depending on the year. Now, I'm not here in the mornings because I gotta go to work, but I am in the afternoons, and I can always come out here and do this. There it is. This is what we're looking for. And again, there's a lot of steam coming out of there. It didn't boil. I'm gonna stop it at 175 degrees, and I am going to pour that vinegar. We use 1 gallon, so we're doing 1 1/3, and then I added a little bit of water to help it dilute just a little bit. So as I'm pouring this in, I'm gonna stir it, and right off the bat, I feel it. My rotation is not as fluid because it's coagulating already. So there it is. You can already see some curds in there, and you can see the whey, which is the yellow part, is starting to pull apart. See? We got curds, guys. So now we let it sit for about another 20 minutes. There it is, guys, 10 minutes after. The whey has pulled up and the cheese curds have dropped. That's what we want. That's what we need. We're gonna leave it alone. We back. Okay, so here's our cheesecloth. Now, my wife cut these because she was milking and she would go straight from, well, here, you tell them.
I was milking directly into the jars, and it's easier to just put that on your mason jar with a rubber band and milk directly into the jar. It's one less step. I'm a lazy farmer.
No, we're not. We're creative. I'm calling us creative. So here it is. So I'm hoping this works because I was not aware that we did not have full size cheesecloth, guys. So just go with it, please.
It's gonna be a smoked cheese.
I think it's gonna be a smoky cheese. Now that I think about it, like earlier, I was like, man, this is gonna be. I hope it's good. I mean, it's oak, so
I'm gonna eat it.
I'm gonna eat it. All right, you wanna help me out here, my beautiful assistant? All right. So what I'm going to do is we're gonna go fishing for curds, not turds. Okay, curds. Look at them. They're beautiful. Now it'll get foggy, so you're gonna have to back up a little bit, let it dry. I've been experimenting all day with it, so, or all morning. Now it's not salted, like I said, because we're gonna make ricotta, or requesón in español. Translation: requesón.
Ricotta.
Ricotta. Okay. Let me get on this side, please. Gracias. What are these things called, baby?
A sieve?
A sieve. A sieve.
No, with the V.
A sieve. Does that look delicious?
I'd eat it.
You eat it? We're not going to eat it yet. So what we're doing is we're separating our curds from the whey. Okay. Now again, different methods all around the world. This is how we do it here. in our homestead.
At the end of the day, it's all cheese.
It is. Oh my goodness, it's more than I thought. This is 1 gallon, guys. I'm used to making 2 gallons. We want to drain out as much whey as possible so that we can see what we're working with. Yes, it would be very simple to go from here into here by just picking it up and...
But we have a tiny tea towel, so...
That, and I couldn't find my bigger bowl.
I think you got quite a bit of curd, babe.
I think so too. This is pretty good. Now I did use vinegar, babe. I did not use the rennet because it's Queso Fresco. And I don't know if people have rennet available for them at their kitchen or their pantry or their refrigerator.
But most people have vinegars.
I'm hoping that most people have vinegars and they can find them fairly easy. I'm pretty sure my wife at one point or another is going to
dip. I've been thinking about it.
I know.
You don't know me.
I know you. I think that after 12 solid years of being married to you, I kind of sort of know a little bit about you. Can you believe that, guys? We're going on 13. It's a long time.
It's flown by, husband. Like...
Oh, found another one.
I feel like it's probably felt shorter for me than it has for you because you have to put up with me.
No, it's a mutual thing, I believe, because I'm not an easy person to get along with. I am very, very demanding sometimes. Not for attention, just certain things. What do you think? You think we got it all?
I think that's all or most of it anyway.
Most of it,
Oh,
right?
now I see a chunk.
That one? I found a little bitty tiny one.
I think there's another piece in there.
Okay. Did find another one. I wish I could totally just strain this, but trying to be as efficient as I can with what we got. I'm gonna find me one that doesn't have these things, so it'll go all the way down.
No lip.
No lip. Yeah, because there's a couple of them down there. And I don't have the correct spoon either, because this is my only cheese spoon. I don't have one with. Sometimes you just gotta get creative, right? Yeah. Either way, whatever's left over will cook once I make. I want ricotta. There's something about the smooth, velvety.
It's creamy and spreadable, and it's delicious. I'm a fan of dairy. I love cheese in almost all its forms.
You know what? I think you need to help me out more often with these videos. I think people like your input. They don't just get one point of view here in the farm. They get yours as well. And I think that's...
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah? You're going to fit me in your schedule?
Mm-hmm.
And your schedule? Okay. You think we're good?
Good enough.
Good enough. And that, my friends, is how it's done. Or this is how we do it.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it. I'm old. It's okay.
You're showing your age, babe.
Showing your age. You're older than me.
Technically speaking, yes. Mentally, I'm young.
Mm-hmm. Your knees don't say that.
Actually, they haven't been hurting that much this year, babe. I told you. So I don't want to.
So what are you doing?
What I'm doing here is I'm pressing it a little bit, but I don't want to do it because I don't want to lose all the goodness there. So what I'm going to do is I am going to figure out a way to hang this and let it naturally drain. I'm just tying a little knot that I learned from watching one of those Italian cook shows. Just take it, loop it around. What is that thing?
A loop-to-loop?
Loop-to-loop? No, when you're teaching a kid how to tie their shoe, and you talk about the bunny and this and that, and
okay. So you tie a knot. Got it.
There.
Where are you gonna hang it?
Anywhere. It doesn't matter where. Anywhere. Not there. Definitely not there.
He closed it up before I even got a chance to sneak a piece.
We can sneak a peek again. It's not that. Look. I need to teach people how to do this anyway.
I don't want to work for free.
There it is.
I need to get paid. Feed me.
There it is. It's not salted yet. So.
Oh, that's a cheesecloth string. Sorry.
Look at the card.
Feed me. So good. It's not even salted yet.
It's not salted yet.
It's delicious.
Okay, so again, I
don't want to wait. I want to go eat it now because I haven't had breakfast yet. But he's a meanie McMeanerson, and he's going to make me wait.
We loop it, and we go around.
I can't see.
Okay. Loop it, come around, and then we pull. And then this, you can wrap around a spoon, a stick. Those fancy cheeseries over there in Italy and Spain and all those other people, what they do is they get their spoon. They do the same thing here.
And let it drain into a pot.
And they let it drain into a pot. I'm having a difficult time here because I'm not left-handed, but I'm trying. And then they just do that. And it stays there.
Are you going to move your finger or you don't trust it?
I don't trust it yet because it's not fully. Plus, I need my spoon.
Oh, okay.
So I need to figure out a way to just hang this somewhere here. I'm pretty sure we got a twine or something. But that's it, guys. So the next step to this process is to get in here, break it down, salt it, and then wait a couple hours. But if you're like me and my wife that don't want to wait, you can eat it now. Again, we brought this to temperature. This milk was pasteurized from what the store told us. So.
But it was not homogenized, which means that it had the cream on the top.
So you want whole milk, guys, when you're doing queso fresco.
You can use any type of milk. Your pasteurized milk is fine too. What you don't want to use is ultra pasteurized milk because that is raised to a really high heat. And
you kind of lose a lot.
You lose a lot of your protein components because they break down with the heat.
There you go. See, my wife knows a lot about this, and that's where I need help with. I know the process. I don't know the whole.
He's a doer.
I'm a doer. I do it. I get it done. So there it is. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and salt this and give it to my wife so she can go eat it.
Because it makes me happy.
Makes her happy.
That's another song I like. If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. Sheryl Crow. I'm not a good singer, y'all. But that's okay. He loves me anyway.
I love my wife. Okay. So I'm going to squeeze it one more time because we need to try to get as much. If I don't do this, y'all, what's going to happen, that salt is going to get more of that weight out. And then you're not going to have a crumbly cheese. You're going to have kind of like a little smushy. Is that a word? Smushy?
Sure. Let's be real honest. This cheese is going to be gone by tomorrow, so none of that matters.
It doesn't. But for teaching purposes, you can eat it now, or you can let it sit for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then eat it.
Or you can let it sit and drain in a mold, and it'll dry out and be more of a crumbly cheese.
Crumblier cheese, yes.
But we are fatties in this household, and
you want to do about 1 tablespoon of salt. I don't measure salt when it comes to making food because my wife will add more salt. So I'm thinking that that's enough.
that's a couple tablespoons ish.
So then, here's our cheese curd ball.
Look at that beautiful baby.
Okay?
I'm gonna eat it.
Then
Oh, that's really pretty, Papa.
we break it in here. I'm gonna tell you all the difference though from non-pasteurized. The color from our Jersey girls milk after I make this cheese, it's a little golden, y'all. And don't be afraid to get dirty. Okay, you gotta get a little dirty. Again,
Not your hands. His hands were clean.
my hands were clean, but what I mean, like, get in here and you can talk to it. That's some good cheese. You know what I mean? You could. This is where you get to express your artistic
Flair?
flair.
Yeah.
Sure. I feel that I'm gonna have to add more salt though, personally, because it does take a little. It does.
I'll let you know. Let me see. Give me another test nugget.
It does taste a little vinegary though, because it is obviously vinegar. More?
Honestly, no.
No? Oh,
Unless
wow.
I got a salty chunk. I don't know.
You might have.
Massage it somewhere.
So this goes into a mold.
Mold.
Yes, mold. And in that mold, you put a little bit of weight on it, and it'll compact it nice and pretty. Kind of like this. Now, I'm not seeing a whole lot of liquid down at the bottom, but it's there. It's just smeared all over the pan, whatever this thing is. Bowl.
My husband is not a man of many words.
I am not, guys.
I'm really shocked, actually, that he has really enjoyed making YouTube videos.
Okay, guys, this is it. I'm sorry. I'm eating in camera. You know, surprisingly, the vinegar taste is not there as the
No.
first cheese that I ever made, you know?
It's really tasty. You did a wonderful job. Let's go eat.
Thank you for watching. If you guys have any questions, any input, go ahead and leave that in the comments, guys, okay? Because, again, this is how we do it at our homestead. Is this the right way?
I don't know.
We don't know.
We still made cheese, though.
We made cheese, though. Proof. There it is, guys.
Deliciousness.
That would make a good thumbnail.
All right, here you go.
Thank you. Thank you.